Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. Back in again to tap into this energy that I've been tapped into for the last 4 days, since the 14th. Pure revelations have come towards me. That's put me in this energy here, of stand your ground. The devil's busy. The devil's really busy. And this feels like deja vu. It's not deja vu, it's just because I've heard it recently and I fully understand why. But here why I'm not upset, fully, like, because I understand now the energy of how this low vibration works. They like attention is one thing I understand. They like attention, they like my attention. So as soon as they like my attention, Cancerian energy, I'll give them my attention. This reading, all of this is about 2 hours reading, haunted by the number 2. But again, the Most High is with me, because we've got 10 and 32, break it down to a 5, 10, 32, 5, conflict, you understand? 5 is come up throughout the whole of this reading, and I wrote this down because during this time of me recording this reading, my son woke up and came in, so I paused the reading and I went to go and sort him out his breakfast and whatnot. And I said I've been haunted by the number 22 for months now, if not longer than that. You know, when I listen to certain readings and stuff online and whatnot, it's within any one of my comments, so much comments, like 22 is just there, and it's come through so strongly within my reading. So anyway, when I went downstairs to sort my son's breakfast out, I noticed instantly 22 on the microwave, but I paused for a minute because prior to that, when I was sitting here, as I paused the video and I was just looking at the reader before I went down, it was 8:22, yeah? So anyway, I went downstairs and the microwave was on 22 seconds, and instantly I kind of chuckled to myself and said, this number's haunting me, and I looked over to my clock and it was 8:22, and I said, but how can it be 8:22? When I was upstairs, it should be at least 10 minutes difference. But anyway, it made me think of back upstairs to this clock, almost shaped like a bomb. Then I started downloading, counting backwards, because I had already downloaded 573 bracket 22 equals 4 Emperor. But the 5 is the Taurus, the 7 is the Chariot, and the 3 is the Empress. Empress came out within this reading, and the Chariot is what this part of the reading is all about. The Chariot thought I forgot about them, but because the Chariot likes attention, I'm going to give the Chariot what it's looking for. I'm going to give them another reading, because I already know what this is about. This was very much about what somebody, the karmic energy, is seeing within their dream state. So I see what the divine, the 2 witches, see within their dream state, and I also see what's in the dream state of those who've done wrong, that acted out of temptation, that they're losing their power and they're losing their authority, because the Most High sees all. And within this reading I did, the Judgment card came out, neither in the upright nor the reverse, because there's still work behind the scenes that's being done. Patience also clarified that energy, where it's almost like divinely, the message that's coming through within this energy of stand your power is that they're on a time limit, not man's time, not my time, not their time. They're working on God's time, and if they don't speak the truth within God's time, the card that came out was spiritual strength in the reverse, going through all of this all over again, but with no spiritual support, no spiritual strength, falling straight back into the 555 energy of my season 5, all about the healing of the little matchstick girl. What's the lessons that's been learned at the bottom of the well? Yeah? So anyway, I said to myself, when I looked at all of these 222s and this clock here, I thought, bomb, explosion, 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 I said. Going back to a house fire that I also had a few years back, I think it was about 3-4 years now. Which was after 2 in the morning when I think about it. Yeah. So anyway, the numbers come to me. I started counting backwards as I was looking at the 22 on the microwave, and I was counting down from 7 because this is the energy of the chariot. So it was, this chariot's coming. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. But then something said, no, you have to start from 8 because 8 is haunting this. This is an infinite energy. This is a generational past life energy. This is a cycle. This is a what? Karmic cycle. Yeah? So I started from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, explosion. So then when I added up now, I added up 7 and 5 equals 12. The 12 dancing princesses that's come out throughout the other readings that's currently still uploading, I think. I haven't checked actually. But when you break down 12, it breaks it down to the 3, going back to the previous readings that I did. You understand? Where there was the two witches, card number 30, break it down to a 3, and then you've got the voodoo blue, whosoever, here she is, who should have been part of this 3, but sold off over this direction. In regards to it, there's also a child that I also spoke about. Where is he? Because he needs to be brought to the surface too. He keeps on hiding. He comes under this energy of undercover. So anyway, I'll come to it. It's underneath all of this BS anyway. All a part of it, all in one and all for one. But anyway, these were meant to be connected. But when one went a bit about their business in order to create their own stability, but in a very unjust way, with maybe possibly child in hand. Yeah? Relevant. So yeah, this is a karmic cycle. So I'm going to put this back. Because I'm going to pull cards again. As soon as they want my attention, I'll give it to them. This was within the numerology. Through all of this, somebody's passion is being ignited. 1. There was also a warning here. There was also a message that came through all of a suddenly from me as well. And I'm not going to forget about it. The same way like our card number 21, the 12 dancing princesses is a mirroring image. 21 and 12, mirror reflection, illusion. Yeah. There's also 91. I got a download about 91 and 9 and 1. Sorry, 91 and 1 and 9. Again, break it down, mirroring image. Break it down, 9 and 1 is 10. Bring it down to the 1. 1 didn't make it. 1 didn't make it, is what I'm hearing, is what I heard. But they ignited the passion within the others. Universal connection. For others to stand in their power. Warning. Warning. This all came about when I was asking about the dream state. This came out towards the ending of the reading. These were the last set of cards I used. When I asked about the mind frame and the dream state of what's inside of card number 22, this card came out. Winter's dream, gestation period. So it's like they've got a time limit. Going back to a reading what I didn't say this in the last reading, but I know, how can you lie to a high priestess? I already know what you did that winter. 63. balance is going to be restored to the situation in regards to this free energy that got divided because somebody decided to go off and sell their soul for the temptations and the way up of life, not realizing that there's a child looking at this whole thing, absorbing and copying. A parent, look what's in this child's hand. Because children would only do what they see. So if it's within your home, then the child is going to find it normal to just go by and do. Also, this child had the same flask here. I'm going to come to it. And also the same flask here. Now look into the eyes of this child and the mother. The only person oblivious to this all is the father. But this child is gathering water. This child is gathering water in a vase. It was empty before he collected the water though. It was empty. He then went to collect it whilst the parents are sleeping. Monkey see, monkey do. Now look at his face when he realizes that Mama has to now carry that burden. There's a crack in the vase. Look at the faces. We're talking about energy. Energy. There's a masculine energy here. And I'm going to find the card now because now it's relevant. Always hide it. It hid throughout the reading also. There you go. This child's energy is the energy I think and feel is the energy of the child above his father's shoulders. Don't let looks deceive you. Energy is energy. We're souls live in a human experience. Energies possess us. Just like I was saying at the ending of my last reading. I was possessed for 5 days. That's why 5 is so relevant to me throughout this reading. And it came through strongly. In order to rebuke a demonic energy out of my home. 5 days I was in the energy of being possessed. And I said to this energy that you only know my name. You understand? You should have done your research. And I was screaming it out at the top of my lungs. I was possessed by grandfather energy. Because the devil needed to leave. There was no way on God's earth I was locking down with no devil. You must be joking. So anyway, that's what's in the mind state of card 22. They realize that they're on a time limit. That patience, that there's no more time to waste in this situation. And that they're going to be exposed, going back to the previous reading. They no longer can defend what it is that they're doing. They no longer can be wrong and strong and hiding behind somebody else's creation, somebody else's life, somebody else's image, somebody else's life story. Let me be very specific, because that came out also in the other read, plain as day. Shining through came in the reverse with the storyteller. This person hadn't even read the full book before they started using it for their advantage. They only heard about the wish upon the star and took it from there. They only got halfway through the book because I noticed that's where the key was. The key was like a bookmark. They thought, yes, aha, they got what they were looking for. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I'm hearing Duffy, no, ooh, feel frightened. You understand? Someone's power is going to be stripped because they tried to put you in the energy of deception and envy, and now they're going to be living that deception and envy within their own thoughts, within their own minds. Whosoever's coming on this chariot in the energy of 7, because there was a confusion for me. I wasn't sure whether it was the 7 or whether it was the 5 that was of the chosen. But then as the reading unfolded, I realized it was the 5. It was the 5. And when I said that 1 was lost, I don't think it was 1. I think it was 3 was lost. 3 was lost. And only 2 have returned back home to be ordained by the Most High for the work that they put in standing their ground and exposing this ring. As I said throughout my reading, not FBI, what came through was PDFILE 5 ring. Yeah? So there's some kind of SS going on here. Some cartel ring. Some kind of society. And because it's come through in my readings, going back to December, I done a reading that says monkey see, monkey do on Instagram. It was a photo and an automatic write-up. I've recently heard it being used again. I think I said that yesterday, but it's come back to my mind again. So for some reason, that energy is here too, Leo energy. They're going to lose their power. And the Most High is making them see this through their dream state. They're making them see through their dream state the bigger picture in this situation. Patience has been a virtue for the divine, the 2 that survived the situation. They fought against the dark energies, those who had no love within their heart, because of some kind of deception around a child. It caused them to have no love in their heart, a very dark heart. It brought them into the life of an energy of doing things like that, getting what they wanted by the hook or the crook, spoiled energy, not wanting to work hard in life. Me is a girl, me would have built a foundation from the bottom to the top. Them they girl, they just good for sit in a lap. Me is a girl, me love for listen on the clap. Me is a girl, me love for listen rain drop. Me is a girl, me just humble and build back. And people don't like that in regard to my nature. For some reason, it creates them to be very envious and want to do very deceptive things. But the Most High said your power is going to be strict, and there's not going to be any spiritual support here. This card came out in the reverse. There's not going to be no victory and success. This also came out of the reverse. Universe also came out in the reverse. 12. 21 in the upright. Mirror image 12. Because the Most High saw what was done amongst these 12 dancing princesses. Authority. A decision is being made. Judgment. And somebody seeing this through their dream state. Somebody wasn't the nurturing, mothering that they should have been. A child saw way too much than what they should have seen. With the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Look at the child there. Somebody went back on promises. And I'm seeing mirror image. So I'm going back to the song that I made when my child was in my stomach. Let me tell you about a promise that I made from when I was very young. From when me did I carry my in them from in my belly. From when me did young. I said nobody said that the road was going to be easy, but we're going to grow in harmony. I make promises to each one of my children, and I stick to it, kicking and screaming if I have to. And I feel like the other 2 energies that's here has also done that. Will move mountains for their children. Even the 3rd energy, but in a very deceptive way, is what the energy of this reading is telling me. Very deceptive. Feminine energy. But I'm going to put this back down because that's not the energy. That's the energy that should have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Being possessed by all 12 dancing princesses. But this reading is only bringing to me, they're only showing me 3 of the 12 dancing princesses. Where we've had a very mirror-like energy, slight difference, because no 2 people or no 3 people could never be the same. But the lessons that's been endured may be of a similar nature, and so somebody is being exposed because somebody never had the hard life as such. Somebody never had the hard life as such, because why, they already done sold their soul to the devil with this card here, because they know they're wrong is what's scaring them in their dream state, and what's making them see what's to come, and that the Most High is no longer going to walk beside them. I also mentioned about Samson being brave and strong, but him getting deceived by a woman. So when she cut off the locks upon the Rasta man, you understand? And I picked it up from when I saw the energy of this card, the sword, make the change, and this card was in reverse. Somebody may even cut their hair, or somebody's appearance may change from what you once seen it to be to something else, right? Because they lost their strength. In the Samson and Delilah story, when he cut his hair because he released his secret that should never have been revealed, the secret. Anyway, he woke up and he pleaded to the Most High and asked back for his strength. The Most High was reluctant, but he gave it to him. He gave it to him in order for him to destroy the Canaanites, whatever. And within that, he ended up having to destroy himself. His power was going to be stripped. And what brought me back to that story is this card, where he pushed onto the walls, and it collapsed onto everybody, including him. And the karmic energies are seeing this within their dream state, which is putting them in an energy of fear. It's putting them in an energy of fear because they took a deal of prosperity. You understand? But that's in the reverse now. They didn't want to suffer in silence anymore. So they took the deal to speak false truths, to become a false prophet in the things that they're saying and that they're doing. But what happens is, when you're in this divination for as long as, you haven't got no choice but to heal, because of the guidance that you're hearing from. You're not only hearing from karmic energy, you're also hearing divine energy out here too. So it kind of makes you have to look into yourself and understand where it is that you're going wrong. So someone's now realizing that they're needing to do the healing work from this energy, base chakra, from whatever trauma took place in the past. And the sacral card also came out. There's been some kind of sacral chakra, base chakra trauma, which is causing this person to be in the energy of Pinocchio. A tall tale is the card that came out. It's causing them to not be able to break free from the clutches of the temptations that they put themselves into. With that temptation card that was out. They realize now, when I asked what's the overall outcome in regards to the dream state for these 2 witches here, third eye came out. First of all, it started talking about the masculine and the whole story I was telling you in regards to Samson and Delilah, and I was thinking, okay. So then I knew it wasn't an energy, that was an energy that you may have been connected to, like a counterpart. They're now trapped within that energy and going down with them, because they were tempted by the materialistic of the world and not for their true purpose. They were divine too, but they got tempted by the devil and the low vibration. But for you now, who felt emotionally withdrawn because of all that's going on, there's a need for you now, after you stood your ground and you brought justice to this situation. You've exposed and revealed what needs to be exposed and revealed in regards to the energy of the bigger picture here. Everybody now can go back to what it is that they're needing to do in regards to this teaching, and learning. in order to bring the energetic field of humanity back to a level of balance of where the Most High originally wanted it to be. Work in process. It's now time for you to activate your first chakra. You may have had to tell a little bit of white lies along the way, you understand, in order to survive some bullshit. But you never did anything unjust. Not like this energy who went at it alone and took the easy way out. You understand? You worked hard for the things that you've got, and you're going to be rewarded for the things that you've overcome. Balance is going to be restored to you. Wisdom, 5 again. I also said that David and Goliath. David took only 1 out of his 5 stones, and he slayed Goliath. He slayed the bully. Don't let these people make you feel like you're inadequate, like you haven't got the ability or the creativity to do what it is that you're needing to do to raise the consciousness, because you have. The Most High ordained you. Ordained you. This is the sacral chakra card that also came out, again, card number 2. It showed me that this is an energy, and I actually had sympathy for a hot minute, because I realized that them too have been robbed of their innocence. But my story sounded like one that they could write, because there's no way you can write a story with the energy. You can't reveal that in a book. Stop being so ridiculous. So what you have to do is tap into the doppelganger energy and steal and then portray by projecting somebody else's story. But it's never going to shine in the same light, because it's not your story to tell. And there's a need for you to accept that and heal. Read what you're reading from it and learn something from it and heal from it, if anything. This was an energy that was set over you and your divine union. The one that's outside of you, not the one that's within you. The one outside of you. As it is above, so it is below. You understand? Some kind of truth is going to be brought to this situation. It's coming back around. Someone's moving out of this energy of boredom, but it's a kind of energy like too little too late, because you didn't do this within the Most High's timing. The Most High's on way, and you didn't do it within his timing. So judgment for those who has been speaking false, who hasn't been speaking of truth, is the cards that come out here. Vulture energy again. Took people's kindness for weakness, even when they were just going with the flow, led by their emotions. Financial and material changes is going to be taken in this situation. Ricochet energy. Your energy is clear now. The blockages have been removed, because those who's needing to be exposed is being exposed. What's needing to be revealed is being revealed. All in all, and all for one. 5. There's 5 different energy hands into this. 5 different energies into this low vibration that's trying to bring down David. 5 giants, 5 bullies, 5 groups, societies. Look at that rings. For some reason, those rings remind me of some kind of secret society. 5 different energies. I've got a hand in this situation. And this is just 3 out of the 5. We all had a different mission. One mission, one name. That's a fit. Stay in a million. The vibes did it to me, said we could have roll a flame. Every single day me try to take back the claim. True, me no want nobody call out my name. No want nobody call out my name. You and your loved ones are safe. Hold your vision, stand your power, and speak your truth. Speak your truth. It's time now to speak your truth, away from these evil queens who you deserve sugar, not so. Try to give you a deceptive lifestyle, but I didn't understand that when they tried to stop you from the red, they tried to stop a high priestess from the red, from the foundation. But don't even know say a purple around me head. You understand? You got blue over your head, whatever that means. You understand? But purple is what crowns my head. Divine clarity, you understand? Crowns my head. Don't even know what that purple crown me head. Them they get them, me say them play with the dead. The most I met me see that straight from me bed. Do not make me tell you about this. Do not make me have to tell you about the dread. Please. Where the heart should I be, that is surely dead. Patience. Patience, Empress. Patience. The Most High sees all. It's going to be a time for them to have to heal. The tables are going to flip. Ricochet. Cause and effect. What could have been a perfect match? There was too many games being played. There was too many people taking this journey for a joke. Sometimes you have to laugh, just so you don't cry. Like, I laugh throughout the reading some of them because it's disbelief. Like, come on. Even down to, I kind of chuckle like how my songs were just predictions to the energies that were trying to stop and hinder my path. But like I keep saying, you can only hinder me, but you can never stop me, because I'm ruled by the Most High. I don't follow the crowd, none at all. And again, we've got 11:02, 22. Only 2 out of the 3 out of the 5 even is going back home to where that light is, where that prosperity lies ahead energy is. Page of Wands in the reverse. Somebody didn't graduate from this. This was in the reverse. Because no matter what, somebody woke a praying lioness. And now, this is the card where I said 1-9. Somebody woke a praying lioness. 19. Reverse that, and it will be 91. That whole saga that's been taking place over the internet that was started by a channel with 91. You understand? Was cause and effect. It was something that I was going to ignore truly until I heard about the channel talk about pedophilia. I said, nah, what the fuck? I said, you can't make an allegation like that without proof. I literally said that, no cap. Then I got this download. I got the download of there's some kind of grey area, but the grey area is being revealed without these readings. Funny enough, then I got the download Bible scripture, Matthew 7 verse 16, 14, break it down to 5. Okay, so when you break it down, the scripture, I can't remember when it reads now because I've come off of the reading and off of that page, but you have to look it up. But it talks about you can tell who's the truth by the fruits of what they produce, that kind of energy. So I made a comment saying that a liar has no memory, and this card here reminds me, even though the word says L-I-R, but it kind of gives me the energy of liar. Yeah, it says the children of Lur, L-I-R. Look at that masculine face. I mean, honestly, it just looks evilous, deceptive, crooked. There's rings here. I don't know what I'm about to tap into, but it's deep, really deep. And somebody sees that you're self-sufficient to work this out is the reason why you probably not even heard from these channels. Well, in my situation, I haven't heard from these channels. It's like they're just gone ghost. Because that you know who be frightened, make them try. You understand? You should have never woke a praying lioness. that's self-sufficient and deep in thought and has got a heart of a lion. Cause I'm a lioness, I mean I run them the game. First, me take myself out of the frame. Then, me take myself out of the game. And when I'm talking about the twin flame journey. I refuse to let an energy outside of me coming like me dropping on the twin flame journey. It coming like him want me making no man a mad. Because listen to the tune me have no envy. Because the Most High built me that I was able to decipher self-sufficiently, decipher through the bullshit. Because people read my chart, they don't understand that I've got lion. I've got a heart of a lion. Because you don't just look within the chart. Fair enough, that's just the blueprint. But what makes up that blueprint? You know nothing about me. You only read my book, but you don't know my story. Should have went deeper. You should have gone to the acoustic record. You should have gone deeper. You should have understand that history made me know me is a real Israelite. History, you know me is a real Israelite. Me say me have to stand tall. Because history made me know me is a real Israelite. You know nothing about my nature. You don't understand that I'm humble like a Britanese. Cause me love for the Chinese culture. Wing Chu, what do you? You never know, say me uncle did me see through. Wing Chu, what do you? You don't know nothing about my nature. So you're reading 119 pages isn't going to get you nowhere. It's going to make you look ridiculous. Because that's my mission, my path. One mission, one aim. You understand? And that was to stay in my lane. And you want to come and interrupt it. When the Most High blessed me from I was born. He ordained me to do this from a child. You too. But you decided to go the opposite way. And work on behalf of the devil. Of the lower vibration. Good versus evil. Every day a different saga. If a them did I feed me, then would I withdraw food left me maga. What's the rage? I swear to God me na know you. I swear to God me na owe you. So why am me? But now I know why. Because this is going back from past life and past life. This is bigger than us. Bigger than us. And politically, because of more followers or more subs or however you want to look at it in the material world. Because someone can make something look politically correct by using certain terminology, and because they got the following, they feel like they can say something against the smaller David. Yeah. It just took one to open up this whole saga. It just took one to make me mirror and see why they were crying out for the help that they were crying out for. I heard their inner child. That's who I heard. I heard their inner child. Because why? I saw something in them that I also possessed. And I listened. But what you see, when I'm listening, I'm fair. I will listen to two sides of the fence before I jump off. You understand? And you see, when I hear someone lie, when I see this liar energy come in, and then I remember the scripture, Matthew 7 verse 16, it makes me understand that a liar has no memory. And then I see where it fits into this, when it says undercover police, crooked system, government. I understand why that card then will come out. It makes full sense to me now. It would also make sense to me when I would read these cards. The first card that come out, wish upon a star. This is my angel card. I see this as like my angel cards. And anyway, it says 6 of Cups. God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. And then I go on and I read this energy, and it says 8 of Pentacles. Intellectual talent provides knowledge, because that's what my book would have helped to do. You understand? If I went in a different direction with it at that time, when I had that passion that was ignited in me to do so. Now my passion's been ignited into breaking down the truth. You should have never pushed me in that direction. If you really done your research on who I am, you wouldn't have done that, because now the truth is going to be exposed. If not by me, but by a community. 11:11. It says, Three of Pentacles, God hearing lamentations, mental force protects against sorrows and illness. 8 of Swords, trust and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune, like my book and my story and whatever then you can extend it to be in regards to your own creation. It will never shine through in the way you feel it's going to shine through, because it's not your story to tell. Tell your own story. Help those who's also sold their soul and how it is for them to come back from that energy, if that's what you want to do so much. Tell your story. Don't tell another story. It's not going to shine the way you want it to. Again, it says Knight of Pentacles, the praiseworthy God. Light of understanding acquires knowledge and cures illnesses. I'm just going to read these angel cards. It says, Three of Wands, the God of Hope. Construction of the universe, help with green works, protection from adversaries. Green works, protect your heart from green works. 11:12. Break it down to the 3, 2, 3. 5 again, conflict. Five. You was protected at the bottom of the well. You was just there to rest and rejuvenate and to gain the life experiences that you needed to gain for this very moment. I done a reading also going back about a week or so ago, possibly. I've lost time. Definitely feel like I've been quantum leaped. I'm in a time ball right now. Someone's pulled me there. Page of Wands. Propagation of lie. I think that says confounds the wicked and slanders saves from enemies. Justice had to come out. This is the angel card. Justice makes truth. Listen to the airplane. That came across it very loud. Justice makes truth known in court cases. Innocence to prevail. So it's like these two witches who was on the good side of things is being vindicated. No longer seeming crazy. King of Wands. Elegance gives answers to those in doubt. The moon energy. Now this is the hidden energy. It says divine revelation reveals messages, has the power to destroy. With one slingshot. One slingshot. Bring down the whole charade. Ace of Swords. God above all names. I am the beginning and the end. The Alpha and the Omega is the scripture that I channeled in one of the readings I did for my season 8. That season was a deep season. It was all in regards to what a mother has done to a child or children for their own fame and fortune, and it's ricocheted onto their children. Go back and the readings themselves will talk the things. I'm hearing if I'm not here to tell the tale. Oh boy. And it says here, that's the moon. To understand, this judgment is taking place on behalf of these 12 dancing princesses and that father energy that locked them up and kept them trapped so that they wasn't able to live the life that they were meant to live. That's the devil, by the way. But through their creativity, they saw the light and realized that not everybody amongst these 12 were the same. 12 tribes. Not everybody was the same. Some had been corrupted by energies of Canaanite. One was lost. One of these 12 were lost. They had to destroy that nation and also got lost in the process. That's why in the I think it was the 4 of Wands card, the one mirroring this, there was only 4 torches in their hand. One had already gone because that one couldn't make it back. because they already sold their secret of their strength. They already cut the strength of their hair, was their strength. Someone in this situation had cut or made some kind of change to their image noticeably to you, so that may ring a bell for how it may resonate for you. These people took advantage of your nature, just like Delilah did. But you also know what you did, because you were there for a reason. There was some kind of benefit for you, some kind of money out of your money fraud. No, you make what you meet me with, dog. Could have been children in the situation. Now you make what you meet me with, dog. But me and my baby father, they mad fraud. You should have said this, or should have said it to the Lord. Oh God, that you got fine for you, son. Go put it in your palms and go chant for your sound. Oh Lord, repent, repent, for the coming of the kingdom of Christ is coming, or the kingdom of heaven is near. Patience, and that's the whole energy of this reading that I was just tapped into. You understand? I'm hearing it's not too late, but then I heard it is. It's never too late. As long as you got breath, it's never too late to speak the truth. In order to break this curse, this tie, you're needing to speak the truth. I just saw here, and I didn't see this throughout the reading. Remember what I was just talking about, that they only had 4 torches, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 are returning home with 1, 2, 3, 4 torches, but where's the other torch? There it is. There it is, but this card came out in the reverse within the reading. There's bad news. Somebody didn't make it. Fire energy, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. They thought they were going to graduate. They thought they were going to get away with the deception that they were under, but they didn't make it. Makes sense now. I didn't see that in the last reading, but yeah. They're over here in this side, in this quarters. There's the others. Judgment. Their plan failed, miserably failed. So have no faith, have no fear. The download that I received, this is around the time when I saw the magpie, I think I said this already, was have no remorse in the way how your enemies are going to be exposed one by one. They're going to drop like flies. They're going to be revealed to you like flies. But throughout the reader, it was as though that they were going to see those around them fall away because of the sins that they contracted themselves to with the devil. And I've seen one evidence of that in my situation. So it makes me know that what a particular channel was saying in regards to something happening before the 1st of September, in my reality, her prediction was correct. Somebody and the karmic energy was exposed to me. And it's not in a way where it's a sad way, but for some reason I knew what it was. The Most High already told me, have no remorse. He also said, have no mercy. And that sounds cold as ice, but I am who I am, I guess. The Most High said he made us all in his own image and likeness. Sometimes you have to be kind of cold, you understand? When you see the wickedness of the world, the Most High did. When he realized that the fallen angels, going back to my dream interpretation reading, had collaborated and interbreeded with the angels of the earth, he was disgusted. That's the reason why the flooding took place, because he tried to drown them out. But what happened is, it looks like they slivered off through the waters. Through the waters is how and why we're still going through this energy of good over evil. Is why there's still balance that's needed to be restored within humanity, within masculine and feminine energies. Weighing up. And I will definitely come back and continue this reading. And I'm going to come back with this energy because You like my attention, so I'm going to give it to you. But this is all about this energy, defend to the end. The worthwhile. Card number 23, you break it down to a 5. Again, we've got card number 22 and card number 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7 right there. So this energy is what I'm getting now. I've taken 4 others with them. 4 others with them. I'm just trying to work this out. 4, 5, 6, 7. Should have been another one here, but also gone. Scattered throughout the earth, I'm hearing. But through the 12 sisters, 4 went in one direction. Going back to the energy of Eden, one of those should have been in this, but went off, 1122. But went off. And left just 2. Left 2 lost, I'm hearing. This also came through in the reading today, and I left it as it was. When I came up from downstairs, I noticed that today is Saturday. It says Friday. It's like someone's manipulating and playing with time. 11:22. And I want to leave out this because this is what I want to talk about, what's in the mind of these energies throughout their dream state. We already know throughout what I've just said here that the Voodoo in blue back off knows that they're on limited time before they're stripped of their power that they've robbed through the illusion of somebody else's character. I'm definitely leaving this one out. Wish upon a star. The reason why they're in that energy is because they failed miserably. Whatever they did, they're an amateur. Go back to my dream interpretation reading, they're an amateur. They played around with fire and they got burned. You don't play with things you have no knowledge of. Like, and then you're teaching the children. In your little ring. And of recent events, if I ever realize that they try to draw in a Capricorn energy into their ring, I'll take it forever. Satan thinks they called for me. Satan, I called for you. Because you woke a praying mother. You woke a praying lioness. Karmic, show your face. And do not make the man hide you in disgrace. I want to teach you something new, and it is a new age race. Karmic, show your face. And behold, the karmic showed themselves. Them did it. You understand? So, karmic, don't ever feel like you playing and around manipulating the algorithm. You brought me to you, I brought you to me because I wanted the truth to come out in what took place around my son. Try to stop a high priestess from the red. Don't even know say a purple across my head. You understand? I already know what you did that winter. You understand? I already done no say. Who no girl who no play with the dead. The more time make me see that straight from my bed. You understand? Straight from my bed. With vision. Because what you took isn't greater than what's already left. And I heard that from another reader, I can't remember her name. Boom reader. You understand? And that made sense to me. It touched me like 1,000 angels when I heard that. Because you may have my story, but you will never have my core. You cut yourself from that energetic tie a long time ago. You even know what You failed miserably. It's now time to think of another way. Wrong and strong, I'm hearing. Been hearing that. And I'm going to read this as the card that came out also in the last reading that's already uploaded. So it says, "There you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now you're facing conditions," and my ears are ringing again, "that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it. Step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to the higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. What's amazing to me is that this is aligning with my life from when I was only a child. I didn't even know nothing about divination and all them kind of things. All I know is I was upset with what was going on within my life, and I wished upon a star unknowingly to me that God was actually listening. It all became very real then when I heard, "Don't ask why, all will be revealed." It reminded me of me being in a cartoon. I was obsessed with the fairy tale cartoons as a kid, and it reminded me very much of a fairy tale when I heard, "Don't ask why, it will be revealed," loud and clear, as if somebody was in the room with me. And subconsciously, as I said in my other readings, I live my life not asking why, going with the flow, because I understand that nothing can last forever. Nothing can last forever. What happens in darkness must come to the light, and the Most High is saying, now is the time. The Most High is now saying, now is the time, with the Chariot card, which I'm telling you, now they've got my attention, now they're trying to run. Now they've got my attention, now they're trying to run back into the pile of BS. You can run, but you can't hide. Al Capone came out in one of the readings. You can run, but you can't hide. But anyway, I will get the Chariot back. I don't know where the Chariot ran off to. But the Chariot Cancerian energy is very much a part of this reading. They can't take themselves out of it. So what I'm going to do is pause, get myself in order, present it for the Most High I'm hearing. Again, you have to bring humor to this. You understand? And I'm going to come in again and tap into these energies and the energy of the Chariot. Oh, see the Chariot here right in front of me, hiding behind the star. Hiding behind the star. But anyway, I'm still going to do what I said. I'm going to sort out the cards that I've just picked up from here, and I'm going to tap straight back in.